An effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trevor Barker Beach Oval in Sandringham for School Sport Victoria's Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day. Welcome to everybody who's joining us for the first time, and welcome back to those that tuned in this morning for the Year 12 and Under girls match. Brent, Stenberg and Han Solo here with you for our second game of the day. Year 12 and Under boys, which is set to kick off in a moment's time. Under the sunshine here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval. It rained basically all throughout the break between games 1 and 2, Han, but the sun is out, and I'm sure the boys are pretty happy to be out there in the beautiful sunshine here by the bay in Sandringham.
By the bay, and wild conditions, but it's Melbourne, 4 seasons in one day. You want sun, you want wind, you want rain, you've got it all here, and you've got fantastic football, and what an afternoon it's going to be as well. And to showcase these young players here today, it's going to be a cracking one, Brent. Can't wait.
So we're going to have the white team, who I think won the toss, and they selected to go to the Nick Sautner end of the ground. That's the right-hand side of your screen if you're watching all across the place on the SSV website and social channels, or on the Facebook live stream and on YouTube as well. Was the white team who won convincingly earlier today, so it's up to the boys in blue to try and level the score here. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to play 6 15-minute, we'll call them quarters. Of course they're not quarters, but periods. Let's call them periods.
Yep. Yes,
6
it's going to be like hockey.
15-minute periods. Brent, Stenberg and Han Solo here with you, and we're underway. In the ruck for the Vic White team was James Mastra Pasqua, 11-year-old who is, we were told before we come on air, 178 centimetres, if you don't mind. He doesn't turn 12 until late in the year. So it's the Vic Blue team who head towards the outer side. The 2 number 9s are there. Darcy Coleman for the blue team and Lincoln Sard for the boys in white. Back towards the middle of the ground, where a nice mark is taken by the white team. They will be the first side to go towards half forward. Really strong mark taken over the top. And this is Eamon Hyde. Last one inside 50, and a nice mark taken by Thomas Quinlan from the Geelong College. And he's on the run, heading to the pocket. A really nice hit-up lead, and the mark taken by Nate Warren, who we saw here last year in the Year 12 and Under game as a bottom major. He's out there again, Nate, and he's going to line up for the first real look at goal. The first goal of the girls' game come from deep in the pocket at the other end. Let's see how Nate goes here, Hannah.
My turn.
Sorry, my apologies.
All good.
Around the corner he goes. He's got under it a little bit. It'll drop at the top of the goal square. Almost a mark taken, and now a little kick out towards the pocket. Right back pocket, picked up there by Samuel Sacconi. Nice looking kick. Mark taken here at half back by Kai Bunyard, who's one of the co-captains today for the blue team. Kick's come a little bit unstuck. Picked up now by Ben Richardson. And the free kick paid here, holding the ball going the blue team. Ben Richardson up from Ivanhoe Grammar. He's the son of Mark Richardson, who played for Collingwood in the big league. Now off and running here, it's Elias Samey. Got the handball back, left foot kick down the line. Oh, good contest. It's bounced off the hands of Darcy Morland. In there too in that contest was Jackson Butterworth, one of the co-captains for the white team. So the 2 co-captains for the white team, number 6 Ollie Muir and number 14 Jackson Butterworth. The co-captains for Vic Blue today, number 13 Lewis Hooper and number 16 Kai Bunyard. There's a loose ball up for grabs here in the middle. Running onto it is Ollie Muir. Handball to his teammate Sol Zack, who spun into a tackle. The blue team can come away here to half forward. Bouncing ball inside the forward 50. Here is Butterworth, who couldn't quite win it for the white team. The boys go after it in the sunshine. Good handball out there, just come a little bit unstuck. In there was Jake McConnell. And now a handball here comes to Liam Basil, who's spun onto the right boot. Out towards the pocket. The 2 number 9s again, Darcy Coleman and Lincoln Sard going at it. One there by Sard. Kick towards the teeth of goal. A lot of white jumpers here. Picked up there by Hamish Watson, and a handball to Hendricks Van Denham. Beautiful kick out of the back line and hits up Eamon Hyde. Good bit of skill on display already, Han.
on display already. And talking about the number 9s, compare the pair. Every time the ball is in that pocket, they're there. So, oh, that's a big hard knock there. Things are getting physical here early, Brent.
Yeah. Oh, gee, they're going in. Down goes Cooper. Cooper Haynes from Montmorency South Primary School. Oh, he was made to earn that one. That's a lovely kick to find Jonathan Miller. He gave the handball off to Samey. He looks like he's a lovely left foot kick. Elias Samey picks up Kai Bunyip. Kicked into the player on the mark. That was Zen Blythe, who kicks one back towards the centre square. Samuel Sakona in the blue helmet, caught in a good tackle. Umpire not allowing the advantage. It's Nate Warren to take the free kick. Basketballer as well, Nate Warren from Shepparton. Spreads the ball out wide.
A few basketballers here today, just showing, you know, different skills, and it's kind of merges into one.
Sol Zach sending the white team inside forward 50, and it's picked up there by Ollie Muir, who rolls it just across the face and through for a minor score. And so that's our first score of the afternoon. It's a minor one to the white team.
Look pretty close, promising.
Just seeing there on the replay, good entry inside forward 50. Ollie Muir on the left foot, just dragging it across the face of goal. Foot race here for the football at half forward for the blue team. It's won by Darcy Moreland. Handball come unstuck a little bit, trying to get his hands free is Hendricks Van Denham. Goes back a second time. Managed to get a more convincing handball away on that occasion. And underneath all of that is Xavier Carmichael. In fact, my apologies, that's the number 14, Jackson Butterworth, who looks like he's got a nice mullet coming along there, Jackson. Great stuff. Now here is Jake McConnell in the forward line. All sorts of pressure around him. He's going to win a free kick for his troubles, is Jake. Antonio Park Primary School. Now, this is generally the, this is generally the scoring end at Trevor Barker Beach Oval, but maybe just outside his range. All the way up the back here, a chance for Caelan Thomas, who's just got that one offline and through for a minor score. So back level again with 9 minutes to play in the opening period here at the Year 12 and Under Boys Showcase game. Already we can see the skills of these boys. It's a lot more open game than what we saw in the girls' game, and that's saying something, because that was a good exhibition of skill, wasn't it, earlier this morning, huh?
It was. A lot of talent and just skill and technique are all there, so they're learning a lot of these players, and credit to their coach as well to guide them through the way.
There's a free kick for Freddie Hardman, who's off and running. And a lace-out ball towards full forward, and a mark taken right at the top of the goal square. You would think we've got just about a certain goal coming up here. And this is, I think I can see the number 9 there, Darcy Coleman, who's been in the thick of the action early from Newport Gardens Primary School to the city end of the ground. No troubles at all. And the Vic Blue boys strike first, and it is Darcy Coleman from the Williamstown Juniors. He's kicked 5 goals in 6 games this season for Willie. Out in the, obviously, the western suburbs of Melbourne, the other side of the bridge. They have the breakthrough. Vic Blue through Darcy Coleman, 1-1-7 they are, leading Vic White, one behind with just under 8 minutes to play Hahn in the opening period.
It was a great mark as well, you know, well contested, just that technique of grabbing it, making sure protecting the body, and great finish as well. So brilliant start for the Blues, as we've seen. Can they come back and win it 1 for them today?
To make it 1-1.
1-1.
Pretty emphatic, as we mentioned a moment ago, win by the girls in the white jumpers earlier today. Breaking out of the middle here is Reece Brockley. Handball to James D'Antonio. Kicks it out wide, and here's Dion Luttrell from Epping Secondary College. Bombs one towards half forward. Beautiful kick. Mark taken here by Dominic Raft, and he turns and goes towards full forward. Great courage back there by a couple of boys in the white jumpers. Handball here looking for Lucas Koutafides. Very famous name, of course. He's the son of the Carlton legend Anthony, in the number 21 in the blue jumper today. So all the Carlton fans around the place watching, look out for Lucas. Ivanhoe East Primary School and the Ivanhoe Junior Footy Club. coming out of the goal square there. I don't think Anthony played a lot at full forward coming out of the goal square. He played in a lot of positions. The ball up here is coming in the right forward pocket. Not having boundary throw-ins today. If you missed our first game earlier this morning, we don't have any boundary umpires, so when the ball goes out of play, we'll just bring it in 10 metres and ball it up. Vic White here with a clearing kick from the back line. Oh, bouncing off a tackle there was Elias Samey, going in hard. Cooper Hines got away from a tackle and then barrels one to full forward. In from the side there was Darcy Coleman, the goal kicker. Can't get a kick through traffic. The Vic Blue players. Dangerous ball. It's come up here for Brockley, who's danced around a couple. On the left, had his kick smothered. Good defensive play there by the boys in white. Hendricks, Van Denham. Now here's a chance for Cooper Watson to look towards the middle of the ground. At the back, getting the fist in was Ben Richardson. Sakone worked a little kick forward. Oh, it's a scrappy ball up for grabs on centre wing. Down goes Ben Richardson in a strong tackle. Umpire calls for it as Elias Samey goes down. Seen a bit of him, Elias, from St Monica's College and Mill Park Footy Club in the Northern Football Netball League. Looks like he's a lovely left-footed in and under type.
Great talent coming from St Monica's. Their sports program is just amazing, and all the primary schools as well. But talent coming from that primary school.
Oh, look at that from kick from Dion Luttrell. Inside 50. Kudafides reaching for it just through his hands. They're lurking again, the blue team. It's at the top of the goal square. Maybe a half chance there, thrown on the boot. That was Lucas Kudafides who just threw it on the left and put it through. Let's call him Kuda. Kuda.
Half chance, it was all a chance. He made that happen from nowhere. Took a step and off we go. I think it was just a one-way traffic, and that was Kuda.
So he was the one that dropped the mark. Backed up at ground level.
Oh, brilliant. Straight into the puddles in the car park right there, so the ball's probably going to be nice and wet for the umpire. But the Blues, you did not predict it from the first game, but they're coming in strong already.
2-1-13, they lead Vic White one behind. They're coming out of the middle again here. James D'Antonio looking for Luttrell low down. Couldn't get it, but good recovery. Sweeping handball, they're coming forward again. Kalen Thomas and back to Reece Brockley, who's been in amongst it early on. Kalen Thomas, handball. Oh, having a little fumble there was Moreland. Now here we go with Jackson Butterworth, the co-captain. Dangerous kick. It's a turnover, it'll be coming back through D'Antonio, who marks 50 out from goal. Spearing ball, oh, lovely pass. He had a couple of options there. Elias Samey marked in front of Moreland. And Samey's going to play on, and we have a look at that lovely left foot from Elias, but on that particular occasion, Han, it was just a bit offline. Just a bit offline.
Probably rushed it a bit. Probably, you know, he had the time, but unselfishly passed it on. But Blues already keeping in their forward half. They're coming in strong. The Whites just struggling with that pressure that the Blue have applied.
Mark taken here at half back by Zen Blythe, who's moved it on now very wide to Lincoln Saad. Kicking towards the wing. Under pressure is Nicholas Perakunius. Free kick right on centre wing. Nick from Aitken College. His own teammate almost got in his road there. And a intercept mark taken by Nivon Eshwara right at half back. Kicks that one all of 45 metres towards the middle of the ground, where it's taken by Daniel May. Now here is Cooper King, just worried out of it. Goes back in and ends up on the bottom of the pack. Umpire says going nowhere, my ball, and we'll get a ball up just forward of centre for the white team, who have just one behind. Vic Blue 2-2-14, leading by 13 points. Just over 2 minutes to play in the opening period here. Looks like they've got a lot of left footers out there, and here's the main one. Elias Samey towards half forward. Split two teammates. Good pressure in there by Jake McConnell, who's going to win a free kick for holding the ball. This is the young boy who I think kicked that goal a moment ago that we incorrectly gave to Anthony Kudafides. McConnell in the Kudafides direction at the top of the goal square. And Lucas might kick one here. He will. Oh, unlucky.
no.
I'm sorry, Lucas. I went early. He hit the
Commentators
post.
curse.
Oh, yeah, you can blame me well and truly for that one.
No.
But boy, so close. And again, out of nothing, really, just picked it up and threw it on the left. No one will be more disappointed than Lucas himself.
It's all right. He's got plenty of periods to go to try more of that shot.
5 of them.
5 periods, in fact.
Good work here under pressure. It's Eamon Hyde. He's had 3 or 4 goes there and then might have threw it away, but the umpire said play on. Here's Caelan Thomas trying to step through and failing. And a free kick going to Cooper King from Warrenwood Primary School. Beautiful kick towards this near side, looking for Jesse Ingleton, who couldn't hold on to the mark. Trying to break clear there. It's Tamer Thomas. By calling play on, or might have got a free kick there. Cooper Haynes. And he did. So right on centre wing. 45 seconds to play. Can they find another one here? Vic Blue. Haynes towards centre half forward. Umpire's seen an early free kick here, and it is going Vic Blue's way, yes? No, it's not.
It's not, yeah, very
The
confusing.
umpire, I thought he originally pointed the Blues' way. The players are a little bit confused. Centre half back, they've got it here, the white team. This is Ben Richardson again. Yet another left footer, and a beautiful one at that. Coming forward, maybe a late chance. They've got 15 seconds, the white team, inside forward 50. It might be taken there by Cooper Watson, who's got some pace. Left foot kick towards an open goal square, needs a good bounce. There's a chance here, maybe. Oh, just pitched up in front of Thomas, who went back a second time and then handballed it away. Straight to the player playing on the last line of defence for the Vic Blue side, and so they will not concede a goal late on. Good defending.
Really defending. Everyone just ran back. They desperate plea to just keep that out, and the Whites, that bounce though, it's always that bounce that you wish would go your way.
Just needed it to run on, didn't
Yeah,
he? And
that's right.
unfortunately,
Keep
it just
rolling on.
pitched up a little bit. And then it was, I think it was Tamer Thomas who ran onto the football in the goal square and just left it behind. So it's not quarter time, it's the 1/6 time? I'm not sure. It's the first break. It's the first break, and it's a 14-point lead to Vic Blue, 2-3-15. They are leading Vic White, one behind. The 2 goal kickers in that first period, Darcy Coleman and Jake McConnell. You're watching the 2022 School Sport Victoria AFL Showcase Day. Brent, Stenberg and Hans Solo here with you, and we'll be back for the second period in just a moment.
Come boys, jog over please. Come on guys, quick as you can. Maybe come guys. Alright, punch it a bit.
quarters you boys are going to be stopping again. So you're going to run half, 7.5 minutes, and then you're going to stop and run over the centre. Can everyone see where they are? Back line, forward line. Now you must leave room. No. You're doing well. You are going to be in the middle, yeah, later on when you change. Again. Half, with on ball, and then you can
Boys, down here.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and social media channels. Brent, Stenberg and Han Solo here with you. This is our second game of the day. It's the Year 12 and under boys. Vic Blue and Vic White. Vic Blue with a little lead at the end of the first period. We're saying periods because we're playing 6 of them in this game, as we've got a little bit of an alignment issue here. Tamer Thomas, you're playing in the forward line, son. Up you go. Umpire looking for the signal to go for this second period. 15 minutes, 6 of them, and we'll have a 20-minute half-time break at the end of period number 4. Back underway for the second period. It was Eamon Hyde in the ruck for the Vic White team, but bursting out of the middle was Freddie Hardman. Kick inside 50 is chopped off. Good defending there by the White team. Running onto a loose ball here will be Zen Blythe. Oh, had it for a moment and then lost it. In goes Darcy Moreland. Back towards the middle of the ground, sliding in on his knees was Nick Pericaneus. Couldn't quite hang on to the mark. Go back inside forward 50 here, the blue team. Kudafidi's lurking, but it's taken by Kalen Thomas, who waltzes on in and kicks an early goal. Oh no! It's hit the post again, would you believe?
Brent.
The very back of the post. I've got to just zip it until the ball goes through. They're only hitting the post because of me, hard.
You have controlled everything in this game right now.
I've already put the Moz on Kudafides and now Thomas. Maybe another chance here for Pericaneus. Kick just going across the face of goal. Might be a chance here for Coleman, who turns brilliantly and steadies and snaps. And that's a lovely goal. Darcy Coleman from Newport Gardens Primary School with his second. You might notice I didn't say anything there until I watched the ball go through.
Well done,
You're welcome,
Brent.
Darcy.
Well done. Exactly. So I think each time you say that there's going to be a goal, it hits the post. So you've done well, and it's just that bounce that you got. And just the fend off.
What a move. Gee, he put Cooper Watson on skates, didn't he?
Sure did. And brilliant finish just off the little pocket there. It was second time round for the Blues, and they've nailed it. And you just got to hold your breath just for that final moment there, Brent.
Fantastic goal from Darcy Coleman. Here they come out of the middle. Freddie again. Freddie Hardman to the half-forward line. Picked up by Pericaneus. There's a free kick here for holding on against Cooper Watson, who had 60 seconds he'd like to forget, Cooper. Pericaneus, low down. Kai Bunyard can't take the mark. On hands and knees there, Cooper King for the White team. Tough ball up for grabs here. Going in to apply a tackle, Eamon Hyde in there, who might now step up and contest this ruck contest for the White team. They're doing all the defending, just one behind for the boys in white. 3-4-22 is Vic Blue. Bang, Eamon Hyde knocks it away, but it'll be taken by Haynes. The umpire says no opportunity, give it to me. Not really going anywhere here, Han.
Not as of yet. lot of bodies around the ball. I think a lot of, I guess, basketball jumping, that technique that they use. But in the end, it's struggling to get out of that little area there.
I can't believe in my research that I've been doing ahead of this one just how many of the boys and the girls play basketball as well as footy. I don't know how on earth they juggle the two, you know, going in between the two. There's a handball away from Thomas coming out of the goal square. That might have been Coleman again. Darcy, who's just been caught holding the ball. Good defending. Oh, and a lovely kick as well to hit up Xavier Carmichael, who wants to get off and running. Another left footer. Oh, a big fly at the back that come from Hendricks Van Denham. No mark. Vic White, come away from it. Come away with it, I should say, but Taman Thomas was caught. Another go here with the barrel. Xavier Carmichael. Tough one to mark. It bounced off the hands of Mastra Pasqua. A free kick here, Elias Samey, who we were very impressed by in that opening period. Han.
Very impressed indeed. And that left boot, it's
Lethal.
lethal. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a word. It is exactly that.
Lethal probably undersells it. It's better than that. Inside forward 50. Go the Vic White team. Jake McConnell is underneath all of that and will get a ball up. About 40 out from goal. And that time in the ruck for the White team, it was Mastra Pasqua from St John Bosco School. St Bernard's Footy Club in the Western Region Football League is the boy that we mentioned, is an absolute skyscraper already. 178 centimetres as an 11-year-old. He's not that far off being 6 foot tall. He's not even 12. Crazy.
And he's still growing, so it's going to use that to their advantage in terms of playing footy, that's for sure.
As the umpire paid this mark, there was just about a nice mark taken in there by the Vic Blue defender. That was Kai Bunyard, who was the man in front. Maybe should have been paid that mark. Play on was the call. Little fumble there from Darcy Morland, trying to step through traffic. Great handball to open the play up, and now it's Dion Luttrell. Underground kick picked up there by Pericanaeus. Kicking towards the wing position. Couldn't pick it up there, Daniel May. Oh, here's trouble. The boys in blue are lining up. Pericanaeus had a couple of short options. Goes longer to the hot hand in Darcy Coleman, who's already got 2 goals, but beaten to it by the defender for the White team, dashing off half-back, Hendricks Van Denham. Spearing ball up towards half-forward. Good build-up plays. It's looking a lot more promising from the White team. Mark taken here by Lincoln Sard. Kicking towards the top of the goal square. And now busting through and finding his teammate in the goal square. It was Ollie Muir who hit up Jackson Butterworth for the breakthrough goal for the Vic White boys, and that was really promising, that build-up.
Very promising, just clean passes, great communication down the wing. It was, yeah, the Blues just couldn't keep up with that long ball down the line, and in the end it was just brilliant play here. Brings it to ground, pass, and on his own, Butterworth. Great finish too.
Great team play. Ollie Muir, the co-captain. Jackson Butterworth from Echuca Primary School gets himself a goal. I reckon they'll be watching back up not far from the Murray River in there. Would it be about recess now? Potentially 1 o'clock? Even if they are lunchtime. In class, I'm sure they'll be watching.
Lunchtime, possibly. Game not to be missed. Cheer on their teammates, or their schoolmates, as you would say, classmates, yep.
Cheering on Jackson Butterworth as he streams in for an open goal. So Vic White 1-1-7, trailing Vic Blue 3-4-22. Good tackle applied in there by Nevin Eshwara. A few boys out there in the helmets. Eshwara's wearing the, from here it looks like it's got an Indigenous type design on it, which looks lovely. Hit out one there by Darcy Morland. Now here's Xavier Carmichael backpedaling and then caught. Umpire does him a favour and says, I'll ball it up. Here's another one that's wearing a very interesting helmet.
I don't know where they get them from. I need to try to find it.
Hundreds and thousands helmet.
Yeah. Bit of speckles on there.
Hurried kick forward there by William Young. Another nice kick out of the back line and marked by Nate Warren. Handball to Van Denham. Been impressed with his run and drive off the half-back line for Vic White, and they've needed it. Vic Blue trying to get out of a little jam here. Little opening for Tamer Thomas, who was wrapped up by Jake McConnell. Let's have another ball up on the outer wing. Still nice conditions out there. We mentioned that it rained a little bit for the girls' game. It rained a lot in between the games.
We thought it was going to continue on, but then the sun came out before the bounce, and for being in Sandringham where the conditions are right by the bay, it's not too bad today, actually. Probably one of the best winter game time I've seen here at Sandringham.
Oh, great mark inside 50. The kick come from Lewis Hooper. Now popping the ball to the goal square. They do have numbers here, the Blue Boys, and dribbling one through. Would you believe it? It's him again, Darcy. He's got a hat-trick in the opening 2 periods. Goal number 3. He's kicked 5 goals in 6 games this season for the Williamstown Juniors. He's got 3 goals here early on. He's the dangerous man.
He's very dangerous. So if he's given the ball, just brilliant finish. That composure that he's got. He's got numbers all around him. Doesn't matter though. In the end, it was just fantastic finish. Probably going to mention more of him today. I mean, another 4 periods to go.
Of course, we saw Sienna Marku kick 3 goals in the girls' game earlier. We'll be looking to outdo her as bursting out of the middle's James D'Antonio. 1 bounce and then a lace-out pass. Get the handball back here. It'll be Reese Brockley. Bouncing ball. Now here is Darcy Morland from 35 on the run. Floats one in the Darcy Coleman direction. The 2 Darcys trying to link up, but through for a minor score. The kick in to come from Ben Richardson. Another left foot kick. Look at that. What a beauty. Right into the arms of the running Nevan Ashwara, who is off and gone. 1 bounce, sweeping handball. Here's Thomas. Run into a little bit of strife. Back onto it was Linson. Half forward. It's a nice looking kick as well. In a good position was Mastra Pasqua, but wasn't able to take the mark. Now he's over it. Clever play to knock it through his legs. And now Hamish Watson here a chance to run onto the loose ball. Burnt off McConnell. Left foot kick. That's a beauty. That's really great play again from the Vic White team out the back, and a lovely finish from Hamish Watson.
Oh, it's fantastic. I've never seen that in footy, or between the legs. I'm going to see more of that. It was...
Here it is, here it is, here we go. Bang. Clever, really
Very
clever play.
And Hamish Watson fend off the player again. Just quick play, left boot. Fantastic finish.
On the run from about 30 out.
That's probably going to be new coaching. Just in between the legs, bomb it through.
That's probably the smartest thing I've ever seen a big player do. Hamish Watson, the goal scorer from Clairvaux Catholic School. So back to 15 points, the margin. To the outer side it comes. Van Denham, just a little bit too much on that one for Warren. Handball over the head from Brockley. Twisting and turning, it's Samuel Ciccone using his pace. Got a couple of teammates here. He finds Darcy Morland. Morland turns, kicks it towards the 50. Punched away there by Thomas. Might get the handball back here. Taman Thomas got nowhere to go, so he just blasts it on the boot back towards centre wing, and that'll work out okay. Mark taken, centre wing out of side. Richardson, I think that was, who comes in board with a nice kick, and they're away again here. Cooper Watson with a mark right in the middle of Trevor Barker Beach Oval. Handball to Carmichael. Trying to craft a little left foot kick around the corner, but it was good defensive pressure there by Nicholas Pericanaeus, who has been penalised for a throw. So it comes back to Carmichael, who's going to run to the 50. Looks to hit up the goal square. Good spoil come in late there from Butterworth. Bouncing ball. Oh, great take on the run. That was Warren. His kick's gone offline, back with the flight, not quite Lincoln Sard. Still a chance here in the pocket. McConnell for Vic Blue, looks like he's been moved back into the back line for the blue team. Now we've got a pile up in the right forward pocket. They're just starting to have some good moments though, the white team, hand with 3 minutes to play in the second period.
That's right, and the kicking movement and fluid marking too. You see that they'll be able to create more chances for them now in the late kind of period of the second period. They might get one in, but don't jinx it. Maybe just pause when you...
Surely we've done enough jinxing today.
That's right.
Hurried kick onto the boot there from William Young. Throwing a big fist at that was James D'Antonio. Over it now, Butterworth. Steps clear, throws it on the left. That's great work. James Butterworth, the co-captain from Echuca. 2 goals in the quarter. They're inching ever closer, the Vic White team. They're back in it.
They're back in it, not too far off, and they've kind of put in that work in their forward half, and that desperation in the end. They were just charging, made sure the ball went to ground, grabbed it, fended off a player, and just got composure, left boot. Great finish.
3 goals for Vic White, 2 Jackson Butterworth and 1 for Hamish Watson. 4 for Vic Blue, 3 for Darcy Coleman and 1 for Jake McConnell. So it's a 9-point ball game. 7 goals already in the 2 periods, 2 minutes to play in the second. Another late one here. Vic White might come out of the middle as well. Backpedaling and now going forward is Linson. Handball here will come for Eshwara. Can't use his pace on this occasion. Handball to Carmichael. Got some confidence about them at the moment, the Vic White team. Hamish Watson, who's kicked 1. Sending 1 to the goal square. That's a great defensive mark taken by Jonathan Miller, opposed to Butterworth, the goal kicker. What a great kick. Cut off by Eamon Hyde in a good position. 1:30 to play. Hyde. Oh, not the best kick, but it's gone straight to his teammate, who's marked 25 out from goal. And it's the big man, the giant, James Mastrapasqua, who can kick this goal in the final 60 seconds of the second period to get them back within 3 points. Only 25 out or so. It's a bit of a floater. Would you believe it? We've got another poster, Han.
Another poster, and I don't think that was controlled by yourself. So
That had nothing to do with me.
But not a bad opportunity. And Mastrapasqua, before we saw with the under the legs, what would you call it? Fist ball? I don't.
Yeah, it was clever, but it was odd.
I couldn't explain it, but that might be his signature move from now on.
Intercept mark here taken by Ashwara. Been in amongst the thick of things early on today. Long ball in towards a pack where, mark just about taken by Seb Bayard. Touched on the way through, and now dragged down is Elias Samey. And a free kick for holding the ball. And it's that man again. Co-skipper Jackson Butterworth. He's got 10 seconds to make up his mind what he wants to do here. And he says, look, I've kicked 2. Let's see if I can go back and kick number 3 and bring my team right back into the game at the end of the second period. We'll kick from after the siren. Jackson Butterworth, the co-captain from Echuca Primary School, will have to kick it 20-25 metres deep in the right forward pocket. Not a great angle for a right footer, but he's had his radar well and truly on. He goes on the left. Oh, and he's got it. Oh, that's a great kick. Jackson Butterworth with a 3-goal, not first half, a 3-goal opening 2 periods.
Opening 2 periods, and what a brilliant goal that was. He backed himself up, knew the clock was going to stop anytime soon. Yeah. And look at this.
It was very professional.
It was. It just looked like he's been doing it his whole life, which he probably has. And that angle is pretty difficult to take it on the left boot. Brilliant finish from Butterworth.
Great stuff, Jackson. He's got 3 goals. Hamish Watson, the other goal scorer in that second period. And so it's a 2-point ball game at the end of the second period. Vic Blue 4-4-28, leading Vic White, who really come back into the contest 4-26. Brent Stenberg and Han Solo here with you. We'll step out and take a breather as the boys help themselves to the oranges, and when we come back, we'll have period number 3 for you. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and social media channels as well. Here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval in Sandringham, and we'll be back for period number 3 in just a bit.
Blue, 4 goals, 5.
It's been good. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and social media channels. Brent, Stenberg and Han Solo here with you from Trevor Barker Beach Oval. This is our second and final game of the day, the Year 12 and under boys. We're playing 6 periods. If you've joined us late, 6 periods of 15 minutes. So technically, we're at half time. We're about to go for the 4th period. And there's been a slight amendment to the scoreboard here at the ground. If you're watching on the stream, we had the correct score the whole time. I'm sorry, I was reading it from the ground. 4-5-29 is Vic Blue, leading Vic White 4-2-26, who really come back into the game on the scoreboard in that 3rd period. 3 goals to their co-captain, Jackson Butterworth. Here's a man who's kicked 3 goals for the Vic Blue team, Darcy Coleman, who gets them going forward. Kicks just carried the initial pack and then come out the back. Onto the loose balls, Linson for the white team, picked up by Moreland. Snap around the body, just drifting away to the right-hand side, and so the Vic Blue team will go along now to 4-6-30, leading Vic White 4-2-26. This is a good game. It's a close game. It's a close contest, Han.
Very close contest, so it's good to see, you know, a lot of the players are going in it hard as well. Their sense of urgency is incredible, in the intensity as well, and the skill level. You saw that last goal at the end of the 2nd period from Butterworth. Just talent, and that we haven't really seen too much of until that period.
We've got up one end, Darcy Coleman kicking 3, and Jackson Butterworth kicking 3 for the Vic White team. So we've got a modern-day Paul Salmon, Gary Ablett battle going out there today. We might see as many goals as well. I think they both kicked 11 or 12 or something like that day.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
Hey, that was ridiculous. Could be today as well. Like 6 periods.
Yeah, there's time.
There's plenty of time. Plenty of opportunities.
William Young, the number 7, getting the ball free. Van Denham has been one of the best players out there in the white jumpers. Onto it here, running away from a couple, and then it's a good smother on the kick from Nick Pericanaeus. So out of bounds, ball in. No boundary umpires today if you've joined us late, so when the ball goes out of play, we just ball it up. Smack bang centre wing underneath our commentary position. Max Backer in the ruck, knocked it down. Kick forward there by Xavier Carmichael's intercepted by Cooper Haynes, who's had a bit of it as well for the Vic Blue side. We've got a short option here. It bounces up kindly for Caelan Thomas, who did well. Handball to McConnell. Now to Elias Samey. Crafting a left foot kick to half forward. Coming from behind is Young. Samey runs back onto it. Couldn't quite get away from the tackler, but got a handball to Thomas. And now here's Bruce Brockley running to the boundary line, pulling a kick back to the top of the goal square. Hit a good spot with the kick. Ben Richardson back there for the white team. A bouncing ball, bounced kindly for Daniel May. On the outside of the boot, he comes out towards the broadcast wing. It's picked up by Liam Basil. On the Vic Blue side, helicopters wonderful forward. Might work. Moreland cleverly knocked it on. Coleman, who couldn't get it. Moreland went back a second time. Brockley, great vision to get the handball out to Darcy Coleman, who swings onto the boot and slams through goal number 4. It bounces through, and they'll be cheering on back by the river in Echuca. He's got 4 goals, Darcy Coleman. Goodness me.
Have you seen here, it's just that fend off, it's just the passing is so fluid for the blue team at the moment. They know where their players are. Their chemistry is just building as this game is going on. And what a brilliant finish.
And great team play as well. It was great vision from young Brockley to get the handball to his teammate there. You can imagine his eyes lit up when he saw Darcy in space. He thought, oh, if I get this to him, there's a goal coming here.
And you didn't jinx it this time, Brent?
No.
No. It's good, been happening. Just the first period wasn't your best period. Probably jinxed everyone, but...
Clean take on the half-back line here, Ollie Muir, who was caught holding the ball, but just trying to make something happen across half-back for the white team. Blue side will take over through Brockley, who spots out his mate. It's Elias Samey spearing one towards the hot spot. Should be able to mop this one up. Vic White, handball come to Carmichael, who may have turned it over. Moreland in there too. Thomas Quinlan in the number 1. Bit of a wayward handball. Trying to come through there, Bunyard. A chance there for Elias Samey, who might have copped one over the shoulder. Now the umpire will call for it as there's a nice tackle applied in there by Thomas Quinlan from the Geelong College. Plays his footy at Barwon Heads Football Club. Out in the, I think they're in the AFL Barwon region. So the Vic Blue team just starting to get on top here. Really nice pick up there from Brockley. Young, and then just trying to smash it forward was Lewis Hooper. Now it's come to Hooper. It might have been dragged down as he got the kick away, or late, said the umpire. So a free kick downfield. It may be within striking distance, Hahn. I think it's going to be Darcy Moreland with the free kick.
Striking distance? Yeah, I think if he backs himself up, the angle's not too much of it, so distance is there for sure, so he's within range.
It's gone to Dominic Rafton, the boy from Port Melbourne. Plenty of carry on the kick right to the goal square. There's about 4 or 5 who all go up for it. The umpire says, I will ball it up right at the teeth of goal. Got to be careful here, Vic White. We know that you can't deliberately knock it through from the ruck contest, so they're in an awkward position when they've got to knock it back into the field of play. It's taken out of the ruck, and they might have had a half chance there, the Vic Blue side. Plenty of bodies around this one in the shadows of the behind post, and we'll get another ball up. Vic Blue 5-6-36, leading Vic White 4-2-26. Trevor Barker Beach Oval in this period number 3 of 6. Sorry, period number 4
number
of
4.
6. There's that many periods I've lost
So
count.
we've forgotten what period we're up to. We might have to write it down. Losing track here, but they're actually playing pretty well considering how many periods are. They're not really need to conserve any energy or creating too many stoppages, but the Blues, they're dominating right now. Oh, sorry, third period. We've lost our way. The third period.
Gone off the rails here, Han.
Yes. Back on earth now.
We've already done one game and now we've got 6 periods to try and contend with. As the Blue side, go back to the full forward position. We're standing there all alone with Seb Bayard, who marks 15 metres out right in front of goal from St Michael's School. Soccer player as well, Seb, South Springvale. How does he go here from right in front? No troubles at all. They got their second goal of the period, Vic Blue. That's goal number 6. And a goal for Seb Bayard from St Michael's School.
So brilliant mark as well. He had it all on his own, just terrific composure, and in the end from range, just look here, just that discipline in terms of that drop ball into the boot. Oh, brilliant.
Another left footer.
Another one. There's quite a few playing here today.
There seems to be more and more in the girls and boys just infiltrating our game that are the left footers. I remember once upon a time you'd be lucky to maybe have 3 or 4 in your team and they were a weapon just because they kicked it on the other side of their body. Now they're almost outnumbering the right footers. There will come a time where kicking it on your right foot will be the novelty, not the left. McConnell in there for the Vic Blue side. Good tackle in there, Jesse Ingleton. 7 minutes to play in the 4th period. As Han puts her fingers up just to remind me what period we're in. Might have to do that the rest of the way.
We might have to write down.
Of course, at the end of this period, we'll have a 20-minute break as we gear up for the final 2 periods of the day. There was a big fly in there from a couple of boys from either side. Oh, gee, that's a hot footy up for grabs. And a thick white player in there. That was Sol Zach from St Luke's Catholic Primary School, who got absolutely clobbered. Here's another chance, Nate Warren. Here is James Mastrapasqua to the goal square. Oh, reaching for it, Sard, couldn't get it. Chance here for the white team, trying to come through some traffic, Cooper Watson. And he's wrapped up right at the top of the goal square.
So Whites have finally managed to bring that ball forward in their attacking half. Haven't seen too much of it in this period where the Blues just dominating in the possession, but chance here for White.
Haven't had it down here for a while, have they, the white team? Out of there by Samuel Sacconi, Bell Primary School. Eshwara rather trying to pick it up. Blasting one back towards the hot spot for the white team. 2 players almost running flat out, head on head straight into one another. Here's a chance maybe for Van Denham, who couldn't pick it up. He's watching on now. Ollie Muir off to a teammate. Back with the flight, no mark there, Hamish Watson. Good defending by Vic Blue. Clearing kick towards the outer side. Here's Zen Blythe trying to get it to Eshwara. Back to Zach, Sol Zach. Kick inside 50 repeat entries for the white team. Can they manufacture a score? Eamon Hyde. Oh, Eshwara, here's a chance, running onto a loose ball. Just in his way, though, was Freddie Hardman. Dean Luttrell in the back pocket. Good clean handball. Here's Cooper Haynes, who steps out of traffic, going to the outer side. Finds Sam Sacconi. Kicking down the line, really strong pair of hands there by Kai Bunyard, co-captain. Towards centre wing. Oh, big fly in there. I think that was Darcy Moreland, who's landed a little heavily. Oh, and he's holding his noggin, Darcy. He's okay. Comes away from that contest limping. Crashed the pack and runs back to his forward position with his brain still rattling inside of his head.
Putting his body on the line. That was a big leap and a big crash towards a lot of bodies.
Forward they come, Vic Blue. Inside 50. Darcy Moreland just hovering out the back, but his teammate William Young couldn't get onto the loose ball. Out of play, last disposal, free kick to be taken by Kai Linson. He kicks that one 50 metres back up the line. Another pack of high flyers there. No one able to take the mark. Dion Luttrell. Kick off the side of the boot. Out of play. Boundary throw in at half forward. For the blue team, still 6:6:42. Vic White 4:2:26, 3.5 minutes to play. Ooh, can they get off the half back line here? It was a good tackle from McConnell for Vic Blue. Now Cicconi's under the pump. It's at the top of the 50 for the blue side. McConnell in there again. Umpire calls for on the attacking edge of the centre square for Vic Blue.
A lot of stoppages are in this period so
It's
far.
tightened up a little bit, hasn't it?
It has been, yeah. They're not letting any kind of breathing space for either teams at the moment. And umpire's getting a lot of the ball in this period.
He's getting the most touches, the umpire, in this period. The Rucks go at it again. Trying to step through there, a couple of Vic Blue players. Now it's Ingleton. Coming through Zach. Kick into the wide open spaces. Onto it now, it's Basil. Got a kick away, it's an open goal square. It's going to bounce back, and would you believe it, into the post again. That's about the 5th poster we've had in this game.
Probably about the 5th or 6th one. Just that awkward bounce is just really using it as a ball magnet, the post. I think there's something in it.
Ben Richardson in the yellow and black socks. He plays for the Heidelberg Tigers. A lot of the boys out there, in fact, all of them really wearing their club socks. Some of them wearing their club shorts as well. Here's a nice mark taken by Hamish Watson. Little kick up the line. Here's a mark taken by Eamon Hyde from St. Joseph's School. Kicking into the corridor. Hardeman lurking at the back, but it's picked up at the front by Ingleton. Great vision out there to find Neven Ashwara, who's really been damaging with his run and carry, and it's a really nice weighted kick inside forward 50 for James Mastra-Pasqua, who had this journey up the other end in the period previous. He's about 35 out from goal, 45-degree angle, got plenty on it. Oh, it's touched by his own teammate at the goal square, and in the end through for another minor score for the white team, who moved to 4-3-27, trailing Vic Blue 6-7-43.
It was very accurate, that kick. Obviously didn't have to carry his teammate in the way. I don't know what he was trying to mark it, couldn't get there in time, but promising times, and couple, 2-3 more periods to go. I'm sure he'll get one in the bag, believe it or not, for Mastra-Pasqua.
1 minute to play. Ball on the outer side. Good work in there by Van Denham, and now running away with it, Ollie Muir. Inside 50, can they find a late goal here, the white team? In the back pocket, it'll be Cooper Haynes. Oh, it's a kick towards the goal mouth, and watching that one back there was Liam Basil. Through from behind. It was touched off the boot, I think, that one. So another minor score. Antonio, oh, the kicking just had enough on it to find Kalen Thomas in the right back pocket. To the outer side, a lot of players under it. Almost fell the way there of Mastra-Pasqua. The boys go to ground at half forward. Nick Sortner end of the ground. 10 seconds. They need a fast break here. Vic White, Mastra-Pasqua, lost out in the ruck. Muir held up. Got a handball free. Bouncing ball inside 50. Got it covered here. Cooper Haynes. And that'll do us. A period there that really tightened it up. Didn't it, Han? We saw it in the early stages of this contest, some great end-to-end play. Not as much in that particular period, but still a good contest nonetheless, with a lot of skill on display out there.
A lot of skill indeed, and it's just that pressure that both teams are providing to each other. It's great to see, and the goals are coming out as well. Obviously, the 5th post that we've seen today? We'll probably see more of it. I don't know what's going on, but just the talent that we see as well from these players, and we forget that this is the first time they're playing with each other, and how young they are as well.
So just quickly, the goal kickers for Vic Blue, Darcy Coleman with 4, if you don't mind. Jake McConnell, Seb Bayard, the singles for Vic Blue, and for Vic White, Jackson Butterworth with 3, and the other goal scorer for Vic White, Hamish Watson. Brent Stenberg and Han Solo here with you. Be back in a moment for the next period in this Year 12 and under boys clash. Currently it is Vic Blue leading Vic White by 15 points. Back for the next period in a little bit.
Come on, mate.
The rain's back. Yes, that's right.
So the same people will be on the pitch again because they're coming in the middle and then coming in red. Back line, the boys, you must
So keep warm down, okay?
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day. You're watching on the SSV website and social media channels, Facebook and YouTube. Brent, Stenberg and Hans solo here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval in Sandringham. We're ready to go for the fourth period of the Year 12 and under boys clash. Han and I lost our way a little bit in the third period, but I can promise you this is the fourth period, so I apologise. Of course, everybody watching at home is on top of it because you've got it on the screen. I need to learn to look at the monitor we've got here. I'm putting far too much faith in the scoreboard. underway for the 4th period, and stepping clear is Ollie Muir. Nice kick to find Mastra Pasqua at the top of the 50. Good looking ball, but just a little bit too much on it for Cooper King. He might have a chance here to run onto it. Good contest. Down goes Freddie Hardman in the pocket. Now maybe a chance for Lucas Koutafides, who picked it up. It's come back to him. Left foot kick up the line. Flying high in there was Van Denham. To ground it comes. All the boys go in there. Little Thomas Quinlan in over it. He's going to win the football, Quinlan. His handball was pinched though by Hardman of the Vic Blue team. Kicking one to the outer side. Great movement there. Liam Basil twisting and turning. Kicking down the line, just dropping in front of Kai Bunyard. Mopped up here by Vic White. That's Hendricks Van Denham, who's been very good for the White team. One of their better players. He's kicking board though. Hans cut off by Freddie Hardman.
Yeah, very underrated player. You know, he doesn't have too much of the footy, but when he does, very influential. So, yeah, if you keep an eye on him for more of this game, he'll really make a big impact.
Plays for St. Joey's in the AFL bar, and I can imagine he's one of their most important players. Hendricks Van Denham, as there's a mark taken here by McConnell. Jake McConnell from Antonio Park Primary School. How will he go here? From about 25-30 out, just about right in front. Got the accuracy, but just drops into the goal square where there's a nice defensive mark taken by Eamon Hyde, who's been moved around a little bit in this game. We've seen him in the ruck. We've seen him now on the last line of defence. Now it's come here through Ben Richardson. His kick almost cut off by Darcy Moreland. Oh, D'Antonio rather had a swing and a miss, picked up by Elias Samey. And ball back here for Hardman. Kicking board, it's over the head of Cooper Haynes. Now here comes the other Cooper Watson, who's run down from behind. And the umpire says holding the pill, and fantastic speed and tackle there. That was Cooper Haynes, who is just able to link up with Jonathan Miller, who had to go down low to get that one. Handball to his teammate who come from behind. It was Reece Brockley. Half forward. There's Coleman. Handball a little bit wayward there. Out of the scrimmage, it's Vic White. They get a bit lucky there, playing in front, taking a nice mark is Kai Linson, who is in his brown shorts and socks from the Wodonga Raiders Junior Footy Club. Down the line, D'Antonio, no mark, but a clever tap on. Hardman couldn't quite take it. Quinlan went straight through his legs. They all bowl each other over in the middle of Trevor Barker Beach Oval. Kick inside 50, winning the foot race here will be King. King can turn for home and bounce it just to the left-hand side and through for a behind. Promising build-up. Cooper King from the Croydon Football Club. On that occasion, not able to come up with what would have been a big goal for the Vic White team. Would have been a big goal just to keep things very level here in Sandringham, but I think pressure got too much of him in front of the goals. So Vic Blue 6-7, 43. Vic White 4-5, 29. In board with the kick at half-back, sliding in Rafton. Takes the mark at the defensive 50 position for Vic Blue. Handball to Brockley, who's off and running. Centre wing, here comes Basil. Nice mark under the pressure. Centre wing out of side. Liam Basil from Beaumaris North Primary. Little kick to Elias Samey. Kick into the middle of the ground where there is numbers galore and a mark taken by Cooper Haynes. Onto the boot quickly, wobbles one towards half forward. Oh, awkward, bouncing ball. Now under it, a little bit of pressure here. It was Cooper Watson who, by the time he won the footy, the cavalry arrived, and Nicholas Perakunius is in there as well. Just a little bit slow to pick himself up there, Cooper, from Langwarren Park Primary School. Got crunched in the tackle, didn't he, Hart?
Yeah, sure did. Two bodies on him and holding. He's up, but
yeah, he's okay.
He's okay.
He's not coming off, not today. Kick on the outside of the boot there from Daniel May. Really well done from the back. Cooper Haynes wins it back for Vic Blue. Spirals one inside 50. Basil couldn't collect it. Neither could William Young. Kick out into the pocket. Basil might be a chance here. Great take. Good tackle. Umpire's blown his whistle and said it was not a good tackle, it was too high, and so Jesse Ingleton in the back pocket. Dangerous kick centrally. Vic Vic Metro not able to link up there. We can just see behind the ball Cooper Watson has a trainer tending to him. Hopefully he's okay as a mark taken here, or free kick rather. Jonathan Miller kicking to the Nick Sortner end of the goal, looking for Vic Blues 7th. A little bit further out than we've seen a couple of kicks at this end that haven't made the distance. This will come from about 35-40. That one's just going to trail off a little bit. Under pressure back there was Ben Richardson. Might be able to win it back here through Moreland. Vic Blue couldn't pick it up cleanly. There's Elias Samey waiting for it, but darting in ahead of him was his teammate Lewis Hopper. Kick touched. Handball now. This is Pericunius. Oh, it's off the side of the boot. It's going to run out of play in the right forward pocket. We'll get a ball up in the right forward pocket with just under 9 minutes to play in the 4th period here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval. Of course, we will be having the 20-minute break at the end of this period with 2 more still to come as the run from half back comes from Van Dennen, as it has all afternoon. Van Dennen got it back by hand. He's in trouble now. Oh, Hendricks was given a bit of leeway there. Not sure he got a handball away. Umpire says play on. Having another go in there was Blythe, but turned it over. Here comes Freddie Hardman. One bounce, eyes darting. Kick will bounce out of play. It ran away from the intended target, Jake McConnell, and it'll be Xavier Carmichael to bring it back in. St. Joey's College. Got it at right half back. Oh, he's handballed it to himself. It didn't quite work. It was clever play. Basil handballing it forward again, looking for McConnell. In the road, Ollie Muir. Handball. Richardson from the Tigers of Heidelberg. Couldn't pick it up. High up and under kick from William Young. Well, that half forward here, the Vic Blue team, but Ollie Muir received the handball for the boys in white. Can they bring it through the middle of the ground? Oh, taking the bounce there was Sol Zach. The umpire penalised him for holding the ball. It was an interesting call. Huh?
Very interesting call indeed. So, umpire probably had his vision blocked. Couldn't probably see everything, but, you know, at the end of the day, you just got to go with what the whistle says.
It's a tricky one because obviously we know that you can't bounce the ball while you're being tackled, but he bounced it, and then as the ball was coming back to him, he was tackled. So
Yeah.
that's one of those tricky ones. That's really hard to call.
You know, exactly.
in real time. Here's a chance for Vic Blue as they kick it forward, but intercepted by Hamish Watson, who kicked the goal earlier and now is doing some defending. Short to Lincoln Sard. Sard goes into the middle. Mark dropped by Kai Linson, but he's got enough time to get it and give it off by hand to Warren to the outer side. Van Dennen just having a look around to see how much space he's got before he goes and wins the football, but he's actually been beaten to it by Hardiman, who's just socking it along the ground. Couldn't pick it up when the time came. Now we've got a pile up out on the half forward line. Eventually it does come out and away goes Darcy Moreland, who his kick was a good one. Finding his mate. It's McConnell, I think that is, who crafts one inside 50, bounced off the noggin of Moreland. Through comes Bunyard. Handball to Saccone, squares one up towards full forward where there's a great mark taken coming out of the goal square. Liam Basil, the boy from Beaumaris, will line up here from 25 out, as good as directly in front.
Yeah, Basil's just got great positioning. He was there and a quick ball in. Let's see if this is going to be the one.
Oh, he's just got the side of the boot to the goal square. Oh, good roving by Periconius. And it was a touch on the way through. No touch. Great forward craft from Nicholas Periconius from Aitken College, Greenvale Footy Club in the Essendon District Footy League. And they've had to work a little hard for that, but that's their 7th goal. So we watch the replay here from Liam Basil. He'll say he was doing the team thing, but look at that, front and centre. Great stuff, Nicholas. On the left boot. And well done by his teammates to let that go through. They knew it was on track.
Smart play. These
Sorry,
players,
Nick Periconius has his first goal.
Nick, there you go, yes. Just the chemistry that they're building. A lot of people don't know, this is the first time that they're playing with each other. And it doesn't look like that at all.
Really starting to rock and roll now. The Vic Blue team is D'Antonio. Handball, got it back from Luttrell. D'Antonio again with Luttrell, who just wasn't able to pick that ball up. It's just started to drizzle rain here at Trevor Barker Oval, so ball getting a little bit slippery and difficult for the boys to handle. Get the ball up right on the broadcast wing. Moreland and Master Pasqua in the ruck. Sol Zach trying to keep it in, but to no avail. So we'll get another ball up on the broadcast wing. 7-7-49, that's Vic Blue leading Vic White 4-5-29, so it's a 20-point margin heading towards the end of the fourth period. Don't forget, these boys who are playing out there today will be hopefully waiting. Oh, there's a stone cold throw. They'll be waiting for their names to be called out tomorrow at 5 p.m. for the Team Vic Year 12 and under team that will represent Victoria at the upcoming School Sport Australia Championships. You can watch that all across the SSV social channels 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, as I'm sure all of these boys and their family will be watching.
And it started off with, what, 750 registered?
We're being told a moment ago, 750 players, and it's been whittled down to these 44 or so.
And it's going to be whittled down even more for the final 22, 23?
Yeah, I think they would probably, I'm not sure how many they will pick. We'll have to get some clarification on that, but I was just going to say it's going to be very difficult for the selectors to pick, let's say it's 22, from this group, because there's been a lot of outstanding play out there today. And the Year 12 and under girls that we saw earlier this morning as well. It's going to be just as tough to pick the 22 group to represent Victoria from that group as well. Kick down the line, 2-on-1 in favour of Vic White. Sol Zach in there. Now at the bottom of the pack is Zach. He's got about 4 blokes jumping on him, opponents and teammates alike. Nate Warren's kick out into the pocket. I think that's going to be out on the full, and so it'll be Cooper Haynes to have the free kick in the right back pocket for the Vic Blue Boys. Just under 3 minutes to play in the fourth period. What's Cooper Haynes from Montmorency South Primary School going to do here? It's not his best kick, but it might work. It's clean bowled about 3 or 4 players, and then Darcy Coleman was dragged off it without possession. So Darcy nonchalantly just gives the handball around the back to Hardman. Great kick from Hardman to half forward. Kai Bunyard couldn't hold on to the mark. Head over the football in there, Hamish Watson trying to win it out for his side. He had a couple of teammates waiting for it, but it's Vic Blue who have won out. Nice kick around the corner from Sam Ciccone. In there is Ben Richardson repelling off half back. Watson spiralling one and then just unable to hold on to the mark. Kai Linson, I think you can see the conditions changing hard. Just make it a bit difficult for the boys out there.
A little bit more challenging. They've just got to probably be smarter and maybe more simple on the possession that they've got.
Wet weather footy.
Well, you can't help it sometimes when the ball's that wet.
High up and under. Master Pasqua. The Schwar into the contest. Hands to it, no mark. Hardman dragged off it. Luttrell. Good work in there at the bottom of the pack. Samuel Ciccone. This is a tough footy up for grabs. Oh, Muir maybe could have got a free kick for holding on. Play on. Tom Quinlan over it now. Good tackle in there. It's Liam Basil, who was the tackler and then won the football and then got tackled himself. All up on the attacking side of the square.
You see Ciccone there just limping from that contest, so hopefully he's okay. Nope, he's up and about again.
Might have a good test here, Sammy. It's going to be won back by Vincent, who got it to Ingleton, who was stripped of it. Luttrell, and now bursting out of there, Zach McGrath. Inside 50, nice looking kick. Coleman in a good position. Vic White defenders just got the spoil in. There's a whistle here and a free kick going the way of Vic White. Richardson, who's played deep in defence the whole game for the Vic White team and has done really well holding things up back there.
So you see in the showcase, a lot of them will change position to see and trial it out if that works for them. If not, you know, they return back to their original position. But every player right now have been brilliant in whatever position they've been thrown at.
McConnell to fall forward, bounced off the fingertips of Bayard. Oh, and now in a little bit of trouble here is Tamer Thomas, caught. Flying shot at the goal, right on the siren. But a goal-saving mark taken by Eamon Hyde. And that'll do us for the end of the fourth period. Vic Blue leading by 20 points as we head towards the main break with the 5th and 6th period to come in a little while. Vic Blue 7-7-49. Lead Vic White 4-5-29 in conditions that have become challenging in that 4th period there, huh?
Yeah, maybe a bit more kind of not sloppy play, but it makes it difficult for clean passes and clean marks. So for them, it's what footy is, wet weather footy. But it shows that where the players can adapt to these conditions, that's what you see here.
So just quickly, the goal kickers again for Vic Blue, who lead by 20 points at the main break. Darcy Coleman still with 4. Singles for Jake McConnell, Nick Perikanaeus and Seb Bayard. And the goal kickers for the Vic White team, Jackson Butterworth with 3, and the other goal kicker, Hamish Watts. Brent Stenberg and Hans Solo here. We're going to take a breather. We'll be back in about 20 minutes, and we'll have the final 2 periods of the day for you in this Year 12 and under boys showcase game. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and across our social media channels as well here at Trevor Barker Oval in Sandringham. And we'll be back for the 5th and 6th period in a little while.
Hey, Macca, when do you want to start? Yep. We're good to go? Tony, we'll get him in and give him the boards are over here. Okay, guys, go to your coaches.
We're not out of it yet. Heads up, don't worry, come on.
So here we go. This is the way we're starting. I'm going to make a quick spot. Lean right back pocket. Dominic fullback. White left back pocket. Blue is right half back.
That one.
Darcy, right over. Nicholas over. Half forward. Set. And half forward. Ready.
Yes, you are. And you're swapping all these guys here.
Helen will be forward. High pocket. That means Darcy, Dion,
We're going that way. This is the way last week. We were just. Come on, boys! Go white! Yeah, that's a good kick! What way we going? Yeah, 14.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. Brent Stenberg here with you with Hans Solo. Trevor Barker Beach Oval in Sandringham. Getting set to go for the final 2 periods of the 12 years and under boys showcase game. Been a great contest so far as we get underway in the 5th period. It is the Vic Blue Boys by 20 points, 7-7-49. They are leading Vic White 4-5-29. What do we see in this final 2 periods, Han?
I would see probably a bit more clean footy. The rain have gone away.
Yep.
It was it's causing some havoc during the 4th period, but it looks like they're coming in strong, both teams at the moment. They're clean. They've got the long break. Is it a long break? I'm confused now. We've really just lost it. You've got the longer break than just the 5 minutes, so they've got their oranges in, got the direction from the coaches. So the last 2 periods, I'm seeing pretty good things, I reckon.
No doubt we'll see the magnets thrown around a little bit as well. There's a flying shot for goal there that come from Seb Bayard. Kicked a goal in those first 4 periods. Don't ask me what one because I can't remember. There's been a lot of periods.
A lot of periods. 5th one.
But he kicked the goal, I promise you he did, as the Vic White boys come out to the broadcast wing. Almost a nice mark, taken in front there by Zen Blythe. All at ground level, where it hasn't spent a lot of time at ground level in the first 4 periods. It's been a pretty slick open game, although like we mentioned, it tightened up a little bit in that 4th period.
Clear the ball wide!
The Vic Blue boys kicking to the city end of the ground in this 5th period.
City ends the left of the screen.
Left of your screen,
I'm
yeah.
very confused and disorientated where I am. Don't know which period and which direction. And it's a ball up, right? Instead of a throw-in because we don't have the umpires in the boundary.
Yes, for those that have joined us late, no boundary throw-ins today, so we just come about 15 metres in or so and throw it up and away we go. It's taken out of there by Kudafidis, who blasts one out on the full, so that'll just be a good old-fashioned turnover. And it'll be Daniel May in the back pocket from Lara Primary School. He's off and running. Oh, it's a dangerous kick. He's looking for Richardson. Actually ended up being a good kick in the end, but Richardson dropped the footy. And now bursting out of there, it's Broccoli on the left foot. And a nice kick up to the full forward position, and a mark taken by Samuel Sacconi from Bell Primary School, who was in the wars in that fourth period, but he looks okay here, and he'll line up from right in front.
He looks, a bit okay. And a similar situation we saw in the last period where he did go for a similar position. Will he take the distance, though?
Sacconi goes for homie and puts it through. Young man from West Preston Lakeside Footy Club in the Northern Football Netball League. And he piles on Vic Blues' 8th goal and their first goal of the 5th period. That was a nice kick. It was a long kick, wasn't it? It was a good 25 metres out. Made the journey comfortably, as we see on the replay. He's not the tallest player, Samuel, but I reckon he would have had the journey from maybe 10 or 15 metres further out. Nice kick, Sammy.
Very nice kick indeed. So that's going to boost the confidence for the blue team in this game. But we mentioned showcase game. It's not what the result is in the end. And we'll be able to see who will make the final 28 for the Nationals. And that will be announced tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Yes, 5 p.m. You'll be able to watch that on the SSV website, social channels as well. The boys to be picked for the School Sport Australian Football Championships, which is in Adelaide between the 6th and 13th of August. Not too long to wait, but for the boys and girls, it'll feel like a lifetime, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah, well, they'll be preparing for that, but they've got to make it in. So after 750 applicants or coming down to the final 28, it will just be big times ahead for these players, because this is 10 years from now, you might see someone playing in the Premiership, for example.
Vic White here at half forward. Solzak got a handball to Xavier Carmichael. Now they've got numbers here out the back. Kick towards the goal square. Good defending back with the flight. It was Cooper Haynes. Picked up there by the Vic White side. A bit of a swing and a miss by Tamer Thomas. Now we've got the ball at the bottom of a pack. Vic Blue 8-7-55, leading Vic White 4-5-29. The margin is 26 points. 15-minute periods, we remind you. 6 of them in this second game that we have for you today, as they work a little kick out of the scrimmage there, Vic Blue. Not a great bounce for Cooper Haynes. There's Ben Richardson trying to penetrate and get Vic White to fall forward. A whistle in there, an advantage taken for Vic Blue by McConnell, and a bouncing ball here. Brockley couldn't quite gather. Might have another chance here, the blue team. A couple of boys just ran straight past it. Richardson in there for Vic White, applying the tackle. Brockley on hands and knees. Hendricks Van Denham couldn't get it. Nice pick up there from Freddie Hardiman, who kicks towards half forward. Bouncing away from Kalen Thomas for Vic Blue. Kai Bunyard missed it. And then we've got another ball up here, coming about maybe 60 out from goal, as Jesse Ingleton kicks the ball back to the umpire.
Umpire looking pretty flashy in the sunglasses. It was pretty sunny before. Since then the sun just disappeared and the rain's gone down. Coming down, sorry.
Can they get this moving forward, putting his body on the line there, McConnell for the Vic Blue team. Bayard had a chance. Clearing kick for Vic White is cut off. He's a young boy who's played very well, James D'Antonio. Couldn't quite link up there with Bunyard. Just inside forward 50 for Vic Blue, who are trying to keep it alive. Cooper Haynes stepping through. Bouncing ball. Oh, just at the last moment it eluded Darcy Coleman. Out of there by Hamish Watson. Kicking wide to the outer side. Gathered by Ingleton again. Jesse Ingleton of Ivanhoe Grammar School and from the Q Comets Junior Football Club in the Yarra Junior Footy League. It's all tied up again, still just in the attacking zone for Vic Blue. Taken out of the ruck by Lucas Koutafidis. His kicks turned over. Just holding up back there for the moment. The Vic White team. Nice kick out of the back line, and here's a mark. Right at half back, it's Lincoln Sard who spins onto the right boot. Bouncing ball to the middle of the ground, cleverly knocked on. Maybe a fast break here for Vic White, although the kick is just intercepted by Rafton. He's looking for Haynes. Brought it to ground and then won it and then spun out of trouble. And away goes Cooper Haynes. Bombs one towards half forward. Nice mark taken by Ciccone. One bounce, a second. Neither of them great bounces, but it's all worked out. Line her up and bang her home, Sam. Brilliant. But not quite the finish.
Not quite the finish, but that play, Ciccone worked really hard. He gathered to get that ball into his possession and bounce, lucky bounce, got it again. And obviously on the run, it's difficult to kick a goal, but for him, it's just promising time to see ahead for that youngster.
I had my heart in my mouth there for a moment because I thought that had gone through. I really did.
You did, and you hold your breath just for a moment. Didn't want to jinx it.
Richardson at half back for Vic White. Oh, coming at it hard. Well done there, Cooper Watson. Got a hand in. Got to go against 3 Vic Blue players, and the numbers win out. Moreland, handball. Through comes Haynes. That's a lovely kick inside 50, and this is Reece Brockley. He's got a nice left foot kick on him. Good vision into the pocket, but nice defending by Kai Linson. Picked up by Hardman. Handball to nobody in particular, and Hardman goes in to apply a tackle. Ball jarred free. Still they go after it. Luttrell. Here's Ciccone, who's having a massive 5th term. He sold the candy and burnt 2 or 3 of them. Shades of Kevin Bartlett in Sam Ciccone. Kicks it towards the goal square. Can they snag a goal here, Vic Blue? Oh, trying to break free there, but a good tackle by Kai Bunyan, and it's spilt through for another behind.
And Scotty's senior vision there. He's looking a bit weathered from all the tackling that's coming his way, but he almost looked like Eddie Betts in his little pocket, fending every single defender. Eventually he got run down, but no one was able to get hold of him.
He just looks like that sort of player, doesn't he? So creative, quick and shifty, you're right. No, and he's small, so he's hard to tackle. Here he is again. Receives the handball, has a bounce. Surely he won't miss this one. Samuel around the corner just to make it a little harder. And that might be just about the goal of the day in the boys' game.
Goal of the day. And
of course, it was Gerges who kicked the great goal up the other end, and this time it was Samuel Ciccone who has really torn this game to shreds in the 5th period. He kicks his second. Both of them have come in this 2nd period, but that's by far and away the pick of them, Hunt.
Very picking.
Beautiful.
He's celebrating. He's loving it. He's worked so hard, created that opportunity for him, and in front of goal. What a fantastic finish from Ciccone, and brilliant play for the blue team. They've come up strong in this period. So for the Whites, they're just struggling a bit to move that ball forward. We haven't seen too much of their footy down their end.
So that's the 9th goal for Vic Blue, 9-9-63, leading Vic White 4-5-29. At the end of the 2nd period, it was only about a goal or so in it, but it's been all Vic Blue from the 3rd period onwards. And they're going to come forward again. Handball received by Moreland. Where's Sam? He's lurking at the teeth of goal. His kick's gone to the 50. Picked up by Haynes. Caught, ball jarred free. Moreland received it from Hardiman. Kicking towards the teeth of goal. Going back with the flight. Well done by Eamon Hyde. Oh, the kick was a good one, but it's bounced off the hands of Ingleton. Hardman. Here's Koutafidis on that left foot. Oh, has it got the carry? Yes, it has. Well done there by Dion Luttrell on the goal line to just shepherd that one through. And they're starting to pour on the goals now. Vic Blue, and the son of a gun, Lucas Koutafidis, has his first.
Kuda, not a bad left boot. We've been talking about a lot of players in this game today. Girls and boys with the left boot, and it's just dominating in today's game. So we might see more of star players out there with left or right boots. We saw earlier on at the end of the 1st period with was it Butterman? Butterworth, sorry.
Butterworth, yep.
With the left boot in the angle. So we thought it was a right booter.
Coming out of the middle at will. Moreland dragged off it. Haynes, who's been pretty good. Linson at half-back, dancing. And ball to Ingleton. Now here's Thomas Quinlan, and maybe a rare chance for Vic White to go forward. Tamer Thomas knocked it to ground. Going in hard there, but not coming out with the football was Lewis Hooper. And now we'll have a ball up on the outer side. So the margin's blown out a little bit. It's They've gone out to 40 points. 10-9-69 is Vic Blue. Vic White leading 4-5-29. Just under 3 minutes to play in the penultimate period. As the Vic White last one to the 50 off hands. Here's Elias Samey, who was very good in the early periods of this game. 1-2 with Louise Hooper. Did really well to just get clear and cut the ball back into the corridor to find Zach McGrath. He's got it just back to the wing. He comes across the middle of the ground. It's a high, long kick. It's a good kick and a strong mark. Taken overhead by Jonathan Miller. Yet another left footer. Bombs one to half forward through the hands of Kaylin Thomas. Vic White defending again. Couldn't quite pick it up there. That was Daniel May. Now a chance. It's a good overhead handball from William Young. Couldn't get it clear of the immediate area. Now the kick comes from Vic White. Dropping the mark. Samey runs away from Cooper Watson. Beautiful delivery again, and sliding in to take the mark is Cooper Haynes, who I reckon must have had a dozen possessions in this period. Cooper from Montmorency South Primary School and the Montmorency Footy Club. Inside forward 50, third in line. Lucas Koutafidis, just like the old man, just drifting into the pack and pulling down a beautiful mark. Probably not too far out of his range here. He's bombed it to the goal square. Pack converges. To the front of the pack it comes. Luttrell kicked that one away from goal, and a lucky mark there, Thomas Quinlan. Trying to get some run and carry here out of the back line, Vic White. Kick's gone wide. Sol Zach wants to get the handball to Ben Richardson. And now they're off and running down the broadcast wing to half forward at the back. Just a bit too much on it for Tamer Thomas. Done really well in this period to hold up at half back. Vic Blue defenders. Oh, good one there for Zen Blythe. Couldn't gather the football and fell flat on his face, as does Elias Samey. Good tackle applied in there by William Young. Quinlan, good pressure. Haynes in there. Samey as well. Quinlan on the bottom of it for Vic White. Just trying to get it clear, the Vic White team, and they emerge with it through Richardson, who got the handball to Ollie Muir. Muir runs to the 50. Pops one towards the top of the goal square. Difficult one back with the flight, Xavier Carmichael, but he can run onto it. Couldn't break free of the tackle, but got a handball to a teammate who didn't quite have enough on the kick, and doing the defensive duties back there is Zach McGrath from Sacred Heart School. It's their first score in a while for the Vic White team. 4-6-30 they are now, trailing Vic Blue 10-9-69. And the margin at the final break is going to be 39 points. It looks like Vic Blue are going to go on and have a comfortable victory as the sun pokes its head through. They really went up a gear, didn't they, in that particular period, Han, the boys in the navy blue jumpers, and give points to the Vic White team, who battled away, but kind of like we saw in the girls' game earlier this morning, it was sort of the reverse. The Vic White team were just a little bit class above.
A little bit, and it's the final third. They're able to move that ball forward through the wing, but then once they get to kind of the final third in the goal square, they just couldn't finish. And the Blues, credit to them and their defence, they applied that pressure and in many occasions got that ball out. So could be a comeback, possibly? No? Difficult one.
39 points. They'd really have to turn it on, wouldn't they? They'd have to come from the clouds to pinch this one. The boys in white. The goal kickers quickly for Vic Blue. Darcy Coleman with 4. 2 to Samuel Saccone, who kicked both of them in that fifth period. Jake McConnell with 1. Nicholas Pericanaeus with 1. Seb Bayard with 1. And Lucas Koutafidis as well. And the goal kickers for Vic White. Jackson Butterworth with 3. And Hamish Watson with 1. We'll take a little break, our final break, Han, and then we'll come back for the final period. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and social media channels as well. Brent Stenberg and Han Solo here with you from Trevor Barker Beach over the 12-year and under boys showcase game, and we will be back for the 6th and final period after this. Welcome back, folks. You're watching the School Sport Vic 2022 Australian Football Showcase Day on the SSV website and Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. Brent, Stenberg and Han Solo here with you from Trevor Barker Oval, set to go for the final period of the day, period number 6. 12 years and under boys showcase game. And just for those watching at home, we've had a little mishap with the score, but I can promise you that it is Vic Blue 10-9-69 and Vic White 4-6-30. We'll get that amended in just a moment as we're underway for the final period of the day, and it's Thomas giving a handoff to Ollie Muir. Vic White team going inside 50 immediately. Didn't see it much up there ending that 5th term hand, but looks like they've got an opportunity potentially to put a score on the board here. They've got an intercept mark taken by Zen Blythe, who pops one towards full forward. Great defensive mark in the pack. Darcy Moreland just floating in. He's been good today, Darcy Moreland. Amsley Park Primary School, and from the Bannockburn Juniors Footy Club, AFL Barwon. Kick intercepted though. Ollie, you can hear the teammates calling, Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Muir, a nice hit-up ball. James Mastrapasqua, he spreads it out wide. Good ball movement there from Vic White. James Ingleton popping one towards full forward and going back and taking a really brave mark for the Vic White team. He was a little bit slow to pick himself up, but he's okay, and he's going to line up for goal now. It's Tamer Thomas from Hamilton North Primary School. Haven't kicked the goal in a little while. They'd like this one, huh?
They would love this one, just to open things up here in the final 6th period of today. And the Whites, I think it will build their confidence too if they can get a few in early.
Tamer from right in front blasts it through. He could have kicked that from 45, Tamer. Whoa. And I bet everybody who might be in their final period at school at the Hamilton North Primary School cheer that one through. So Tamer Thomas, he pulls one back for Vic White. Plays for the Cavendish Junior Footy Club in the Greater South West Junior Football League. So Vic White have their 5th goal on the board, 5-6-36 they are. Trailing Vic Blue 10-9-69, just under 13 minutes to play. He really roosted that one, didn't he?
He sure did. He had the height, had the distance. I think he was aiming to get into one of the bins over there.
Vic Blue going forward, looking for an answering goal. Kai Linson all stripped of it, and now coming through Kaylin Thomas on the run from 40, bouncing ball. How about that for a reply?
Instant response from the Blues. It was just from the centre clearance, found a few bodies in the way on the run, and I think that's what they've been doing all day, is just that kind of quick play from the Blues. And
see it again on the replay. Kaylin Thomas, who picked that up, read it off the pack, and from about 35 on the run. For one of the few times today we've seen a player get a kind bounce and it's run on rather than pitch up.
Exactly, I know. It just went their way. Hasn't happened any time whatsoever earlier on in this game today, really, at all.
Goal for goal at Trevor Barker. Kaylin Thomas from Albert Park College plays his footy for the South Melbourne Districts. In the South Metro Junior Footy League, he's kicked 5 goals in 8 games for South Melbourne this season. He's kicked 1 here today. So might be a chance to go forward again here. Vic Blue. Kick's gone up and under. Ollie Muir had a couple of chances there, couldn't get it. Now it's come to Saccone. Vic White live out. Win out, I should say, as Muir pops one to the 50. Watson no mark, but he's onto it. Another left footer kicking towards the teeth of goal and ripping down a nice mark is Eamon Hyde. And all of a sudden we've got a ball game. We've got some opportunities up either end. The boys have realised this is the last period, so let's really turn it on.
I think they have realised that, and they switched it on. Could be potentially 3 goals in a couple of minutes of this last period.
And it is. Eamon Hyde kicks truly. He kicks his first. And like you said, Han Solo, the floodgates have opened at Trevor Barker Beach Oval. Eamon Hyde from St Joseph's School pops it through. That was good reward with that goal from Eamon, as it was a lovely pack mark. Good work from Hamish Watson to win it at ground level, and a good spot-up kick.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, right into the middle. Couldn't get better than that. Here in Sandringham, right by the beach. Not too windy today, but the rain, the sun, it's all out here, Brent.
Conditions haven't been too bad. It's been quite chilly, and the rain has sort of come and gone, but no real wind that has affected the game. Freddie Hardman trying to get a handball out wide. Muir, who's lifting in this final quarter for Vic White. Bouncing ball, it'll favour Jesse Ingleton. D'Antonio can't get him. Ingleton, can he get 2 in a minute? Not quite. That would have been a breathtaking goal. Jesse Ingleton, who's played a lot today in the back line for Vic White. Sneaking forward and kicking a behind there. Jesse Ingleton from Ivanhoe Grammar, the Q Comets. Scoreboard ticking over here in the final period. Running onto a loose ball. That was Coleman. Handball off to Bunyard. A short kick down the line, hits up William Young. Playing on. Handball over the top. Here's Moreland. Good link-up play here from the Vic Blue boys, although it's come unstuck. Nate Warren. Fired a handball to his teammate. Linson, right in the middle of Trevor Barker. And McConnell picked this one up. He put his head over the football. Bundling around in there, and the umpire says I'll ball it up just forward of centre for the Vic Blue side. Going to the Nick Sortner end of the ground on the right-hand side of your screen in this final term, which has just under 9 minutes to play. Good win there from the clearance. Quinlan dropped right into the arms of Zen Blythe, who's got some runners through the hands of Richardson, and in a good spot Ingleton, who's off and running. Vic White team back inside 50, just got a hand in there. That was Rafton. They're all nodded away here, about 35 out from goal, but Vic White team are looking much more dangerous than they did in the last period, Hun.
They sure do, and it was just from the back line. You know, you see that ball movement, and Ingleton saw that vision, collected the ball well, and they were looking a lot better in this final term.
Maybe a chance here. Richardson, last one to full forward, off hands, off the deck, and it's 2 final quarter goals for Eamon Hyde. And I'll tell you what, Hun, I laughed at you when you spoke about a comeback in the final period. I might have to apologise. Look out.
Look out. White's coming back. There are a couple of quick goals, and that was just a brilliant one, a soccer kick. Just from all the White players coming in at once, and team goal, really. They've not just one individual player that's making the chances, it's the whole team that's come together, and they've 6 periods in, they've now become this team that we haven't seen in the first period.
From the restart, Sam Saccone almost had his head ripped off. Well, his helmet ripped off. That would have come off first. He's got the free kick from the stoppage. He's looking there for McGrath. Coming through now, it's Broccoli. Emerging. Kicking towards the outer side. Here comes Liam Basil. Good collect. Handballs just missed William Young. Back to Saccone. Trying to come crashing through. Basil again. Did it well, but his handball just missed his teammate, who then knocked it on cleverly. Big Blue inside 50, where they do have numbers. It's a good clean pick up there. That was McConnell. Now McConnell and Luttrell trying to work it out. Luttrell bombs one back to the teeth of goal. Lucas Koutafidis got there but couldn't take the mark. It's adjudged to have not gone through for a behind. It was out of play. Oh, dangerous kick across the face of goal. Sliding in to take the intercept mark is Liam Basil.
Probably not the best kick. It was 2-on-1 almost on that occasion, and I guess when you're under pressure, you just got to kick it out.
So here is Liam Basil, boy from Beaumaris North Primary School. Slide angle, only 20 out, and he pops one through. So they get one back. The Vic Blue boys. 4 goals in 7 games this season, Liam Basil for Beaumaris Footy Club. He'll kick one here today as well. And I've lost count, but that would have to be, I reckon, the 6th goal in this final term.
Yeah, I think so too. When did we start off with in this term? I can't remember now. But it was...
Don't make me do math on the fly,
no, I can't do maths either.
That's not my strong suit. To the kids that are in class at the moment,
yes,
make sure you listen in your mathematics lectures, because I never did. Vic White.
Rely too much on the calculator.
Yes, exactly. Trying to come forward for another goal. 5.5 minutes to play in the final period. So Zach trying to step through, but the umpire's pulled out a free kick and it's going to Saccone. Handball to Dom Rafton, kick to the outer side, and here comes Darcy Coleman, who kicked 4 goals earlier today. Spot up kick. Wide on the outer side, they've got it. The Vic Blue boys, Luttrell who marks and kicks to a pack. Off the hands, here's the goal kicker Basil, who roved it well off the pack. Kick out into the left forward pocket. Runs away and out of play before Taylor Thomas can collect. So a free kick to be taken by Cooper Watson. Langwarren Park Primary School in the right back pocket. Back towards the defensive 50, that's a great grab. Taken by Jackson Butterworth, who's got 3 goals himself today. To the middle of the ground, Zen Blythe. Run and carry. Great play here by the Vic White boys. Now here's Hyde. We're going to kick number 3 there. Oh, a mark taken on the last line of defence by Nick Pericunius. I thought he copped some late contact there. Maybe could have got a 50. Umpire says no. It's a brave mark coming in from the side. Eamon Hyde. Probably just a bit too far out to score here. 45 out. To the goal square he goes. It's all Vic Blue back there, but might be able to get out of it here. Vic White, not quite. Scramble, goes all the way to the boundary line in the pocket. The umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me and I'll ball it up. Deep in attack again. The Vic White team, who are 7-7-49, trailing Vic Blue 12-9-81. Just under 4 minutes to play. Flying kick out of there. It's Hamish Watson who slipped up, then popped back up and kicked one towards the teeth of goal, but it's all Blue jumpers back there. Over the top, not quite that time. Zen Blythe backed up his work well. That one's just not going to quite come back enough, and we might have had another poster in the end. I think we did.
We did, yeah. It looks like the 7th one of today. Haven't seen too much in the last period, but it's come back, the post.
We've been kicking a lot straighter in this this final period. The driving run out of the back line. It's Kai Bunyard. Ran his full measure to the broadcast side. It's actually cleared the pack. The bounce beat Broccoli. Cooper Watson couldn't keep it in. Have a boundary, or rather a boundary ball up. Let's call it that. Boundary
ball up. We've just tuned in the 6th period here. It's no throw-ins, but a throw up.
Saccone, dangerous kick into the middle of the ground. He's turned it over and Taylor Thomas knows he can go. Handball over the top. Richardson shrugged the tackle on the left. Beautiful kick. Eamon Hyde marks it in the pocket. Really well done there by the the tall timber to link up deep in the attacking zone for Vic White.
Yeah, they're looking more promising in this period. You know, it's taken them a few to get the chemistry going, but that link up was just amazing to watch. And now we'll see if they get another one in the bag.
Oh, how good was that? From deep in the pocket, the drop punt as opposed to the banana. And Eamon Hyde from St. Joseph's School has 3 final quarter goals. And he's played a hand in a couple more as well, Eamon.
Sure
Great
has.
stuff.
Great stuff indeed. And one to watch out. So we've got 3 for Butterworth and 3 for Hyde for the Whites. So maybe give it to them and they might be able to find one in between the sticks.
Eamon Hyde, who's making a late run to be picked in the Team Vic side that'll go to the School Sport Australia Championships. He wants a place in the forward line. 3 final quarter goals will help. Hooper. Lewis Hooper, who's broken clear. Turning onto that left with Saccone. Oh, bounced up, and now he's been caught. Umpire says, play on. Vic White bombing one back towards the 50. Not quite a mark taken in front there by Cooper King. Hyde, error disposal there. Good pick up by Zach McGrath. Has support there in Haynes, but it's good pressure from Vic White. Richardson the tackle. Canaeus, down he goes. Solzak's had a couple of goes at trying to pick that one up. In there as well is Zen Blythe. Zen Blythe, who we've seen a bit of in this final term from Kunyang Primary School.
He's been great in all aspects, you know. Wherever the ball is, he's there trying to get hold of it, and in the end, still keeping it in their kind of little forward half.
Done a bit of everything, Zen, hasn't he? He's taken some nice overhead marks, provided some run and carry. Coney just getting their second to the ball. They go crashing in, a couple of boys in the white jumpers. To the final,
friendly fire.
Yeah, into the final 20 seconds. Can we get one more goal? Ball up, 55 out from the goal that the Vic White team are attacking. Kicking it away there, Zach McGrath, off the hands of William Young. Now a chance here for Xavier Carmichael, who couldn't pick it up. And that'll just about be the last play of the day. The umpire will call for it, and that'll do us. Really great game. 12 years and under boys showcase game. Plenty of talent out there. Really sprung to life in the final term.
Sure did.
More goals in that final term than the preceding 5. Goal for goal here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval, but in the end it is the Vic Blue team who win 12-9-81. They've defeated Vic White 8-8-56. So in the end it's a 25-point margin, and that's probably about right considering how the 6 periods played out, Hunt.
I think about right too, and the Whites came out in the last period. I mean, it's probably a bit too late in terms of trying to get that game back into their terms, but oh, what a performance from Eamon Hyde. And then for the Blues, Saccone came out of nowhere as well and be able to create chances for them in this period. So great finish for everyone. They've done 6 periods, which is unconventional, but
interesting.
Interesting.
And exciting.
And exciting, yes.
So let's go through the goal kickers again for the 12 years and under boys blue team. We had 4 kicked by Darcy Coleman, 2 for little Sam Saccone, and then singles for Jake McConnell, Liam Basil, Nicholas Pericunius, Seb Bayard, Caelan Thomas, and 1 for Lucas Koutafidis. And for the Vic White team, it was 3 for the co-captain Jackson Butterworth, 3 for Eamon Hyde, who kicked all of them in that final quarter, and a single for Hamish Watson as well. So in the end, Vic Blue again, 12-9-81, defeated Vic White 8-8-56. And we know that now these boys will wait and see if they are picked to represent Team Vic at the School Sport Australia Championships, which is coming up later in August in Adelaide. 28 boys will be picked, 23 players and 5 emergencies. So a bit of a nervous wait for the boys, but they'll know now that they've done all they can. I'm sure that they'll be tuning into the School Sport Victoria website and social channels and having their fingers crossed that their names will be called out at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Yes, fingers and toes, watching it with their families, I'm sure. That will be rewarding. Everyone played a well-earned performance. You know, it wasn't just one individual player, but it's now up to whoever's picking the squad. It's going to be a difficult one for them.
It will. I reckon it's going to be a difficult night for the selectors, for the girls and boys. And, of course, the boys that aren't picked, they'll go back to their local clubs and keep on playing, and we'll probably, no doubt, see them in a couple of years when they're in the 15 years and under boys, and the same for the girls as well, obviously. So, a good day, all up hard. Enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it too, and it's been quite an event and showcase to see these young players, which you see it on screen, does not look like they're playing the first game together. You know, just that chemistry that they build along the way, and that passing and ball movement, it's just incredible. You're seeing the highlights here. You don't even know that these 12-year-olds are under.
I think a lot of people that tune in and watch this that, you know, don't go to a lot of junior football because they may not have their sons or daughters play. They'll be very surprised at the skill level, you know, and it's fair enough too, obviously, because we've got the elite talent, some of the best in the state. But it's quite incredible, the ability for the boys to be able to pick it up cleanly, as you see there. That was Louise Hooper, and you know, the territory that they can already gain with their penetrating kicks and their ability to mark above their head. And it's a real credit to, you know, all of the Auskick, you know, around the state, and the local football clubs as well, and the programs that we know that we had Nick Holloway earlier in talking about all the great programs that the AFL have linked up with School Sport Victoria. So they deserve a lot of credit, you know, for the skill that the boys and girls have at this young age. Because, you know, today we saw it. It was Exhibit A. It's incredible.
Incredible indeed. And, you know, you said it right there.
These are primary school kids.
I keep forgetting that. It almost looks like I'm watching a VFL game. To an extent, we are in a field, or even would call it a stadium, where we are in VFL, AFL level. So they're not playing in a small, you know, backyard field. It's the big league. They're competing so well with all rounds of the game. It's not just flooding and kind of fighting with one area of the game. It's all areas that they're exceeding in.
And it was one win apiece for the blue and the white.
It is, as we've predicted.
Yeah, 1-1 by the end of it. The Vic White girls beat the Vic Blue girls earlier this morning, and then here in the second game it was the Vic Blue boys. Did I say boys a moment ago? I meant girls, I'm so sorry. The White girls beat the Blue girls. Dot the I's and cross the T's there, Han. And the boys, it was the Blue boys, 12-9-81, who beat the Vic White girls 8-8-56 in a game that was a bit strange. It went for 6 periods. We lost our way there in the middle part of the game, but we've been here since 9 o'clock this morning, so I'm sure some people at home can cut us some slack. That might do us for today. Thanks for joining us, everybody, from wherever you're tuned in around the place for today's 12 years and under girls and boys matches. Congratulations to all the students who played out there today. They did themselves and their schools and football clubs proud. Don't forget, tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the School Sport Vic social platforms, we've got the announcements coming for the Year 12 and under boys and girls teams that will represent Victoria in the upcoming School Sport Australia Rules Championships in August in Adelaide, so stay tuned for that. Brent Stenberg is my name. Han Solo was here with me today. Great stuff, Han. Well done.
Thanks for having me, Brent. What a terrific opportunity and terrific showcase today as well. So great to be here.
And a big thank you as well also to Nick Holloway, the Schools and Inclusion Manager at AFL House, for joining the both of us earlier this morning. Thanks to Raff Agostino and the production crew who brought everything to life today. Great stuff, guys. And thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to the 2022 School Sport Victoria Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day. We hope you enjoyed our coverage today, and we'll see you again soon, no doubt, for some more School Sport Victoria action. For me, Brent and Han and Nicholas and Raff and the whole band, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.